Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of concept learning with MathBuddy. In this session, we are going to be learning about properties of polygons, especially relating to the angles of a polygon, interior angles. So we're going to be using this instrument, which is called Anglex, right? And if you take out the Anglex, there are various colored sticks in this, right? If you take out the Anglex, you will see all these different length pieces, and each of these has a different length, right? So you have a long red stick, there is a slightly smaller blue one, and then even smaller yellow one, and so on, right? And there is also a protractor for us to measure the angles. And we are going to be using this along with what is given in the workbook, Explora workbook. So we are just going to follow the steps that are given here and note down whatever we are observing, right? So just follow the steps. It says that first you connect 3 red Anglex, right? The first step that's given here is 3 red Anglex. So we'll just connect 3 of the red Anglex. So take these things and you just join them at the ends, right? Just press it and it will get joined. And once you're done with that, just connect the third stick, right? Now once you create a polygon with these 3 red Anglex, write down what polygon you have formed, right? So this polygon is nothing but a triangle, right? Then we need to measure the angles at each of the vertices. There are 3 vertices here. How do we measure the angles? Just take the protractor, and if you notice, there is a groove on the protractor with the protrusion. So you can also press this in. So if you see this, this is also raised. So if you go to the corner, you just press it in. Okay. And how do you measure angles? So now once you press it in, you can freely rotate this thing around, right? How do you measure angles, right? There's a very important thing. So there is a horizontal line at the bottom, right? You need to match that with the line that you have in the middle of the Anglex, right? Middle of the stick. So just make sure that you match the line. And once you match the line, you need to match this line along the line that you have in the middle of this Anglex, right? And you can see that this angle is exactly 60 degrees, right? This is an equilateral triangle because all the 3 sides have the same color. So each color has the same length, right? So all 3 red sticks have the same length. So when you join 3 of the red sticks, you will get an equilateral triangle, and angles in an equilateral triangle is exactly 60 degrees, right? So once you measure the angle, write down 60 degrees here. And once you're done with that, you move to the next vertex. And again, match the horizontal line first and read out the angle that you have. You will see that that's again 60 degrees. And then again, you can move to the next vertex, measure the angle. And once you are done with all the 3, just write down 60 degrees here. And what's the sum of the vertex angles? So add up all 3 of them and write it here, right? Now that is for a triangle. Once you're done with the triangle, let's try to form the next one, which is 4 yellow Anglex. And it says with the red Anglex for the diagonal. So why do we need that? In the first case, we didn't have it. But let's see. Let's try to connect the 4 yellow Anglex. So just press it in. And I need 4 of them. So let's connect the 4 yellow Anglex like this, right? Now once you make this, you can see that the structure is highly unstable, right? So it will keep moving like this. We didn't have that problem with the triangle, right? So triangle was very stable once you connect it. In fact, triangles are supposed to be one of the most stable structures. There are buildings that have been created with triangular panels, but any other polygon will keep moving, right? So to make it stick or to make it stay in one place, we use a red Anglex as given there. So you just take this and you just connect it along the diagonals, right? right? And once you connect it along the diagonals, you'll see that it becomes stable, right? You've given some stability to it. Now it's a perfect square. So first you need to write down the angle, the polygon that's formed, which is a square. And then you need to measure the angles at each of the vertices. Again, how do you measure? You just use the protractor, just press it in, right? Just press it here, maybe the other way, right? So once you press this, you match the horizontal line with this and the vertical line with this, and you'll see that it's exactly 90 degrees. Because we know that angles in a square, all of the angles are 90 degrees. So write down the angles. What is the sum of the vertex angles? Just add up all the angles, right? Once you're done with the square, connect 5 green angles. When you connect 5 sticks together, what polygon will you form? You will form a pentagon. And then the next one would be 6 purple angles. So 6 purple angles will give you a hexagon, right? And the last one, 7 orange angles. Actually there are only 6 of them, but if you want to be a little more creative, you can try to connect some other color. See if there is any other color that you can use to fit the 7th side, right? And once you're done with this thing, again in each of these cases you need to measure the angles at each of the vertices and then find the sum of the vertex angles, right? And then there are questions here. What do you observe about the sum of the angles in a polygon, right? So let's just do that quickly. So this is what you will notice when you have 3 sides, which was a triangle. We saw that each angle was 60 degrees, and in total it will give you 180 degrees, right? And then when you have 4 sides, so this is sides, this is total angle. So when you had 4 sides, which was a square, right? What was each angle? It was 90 degrees, and you have 4 of these 90 degrees. So it gives you 360 degrees. And then when you have 5 sides, you will observe that it is 540 degrees. Okay. And then when you have 6 sides, you will get 820 degrees. Or it's actually 720 degrees, sorry, 720 degrees, right? Is there anything that you observe from these angles? If you notice, the difference between these 2 angles will be 180 degrees. The difference between these 2 angles is also 180 degrees. And the difference between these 2 is again 180 degrees. So for every side that you add to a polygon, the sum total of the interior angles increases by 180 degrees. Okay. Try to think if there is some other way by which we can directly get from the number of sides, we can get the total angles. Okay. So if you have, for example, 4 sides, you get 360 degrees. 5 sides gives you 540 degrees. And these are all multiples of 180. This is 180 times 2. This is 180 times 3. This is 180 times 4. Right? So the general formula that you can use is, you can do n minus 2 times 180 degrees will give you the sum of interior angles of a polygon. So if you have 3 sides, it's 3 minus 2, which is 1 into 180, which is 180 degrees. If you have 4 sides, it will give you 2 into 180, which will give you 360 degrees. 5 sides will give you 3 into 180, 540, and so on. Okay, so this is the general formula that you can derive once you note down all these things. So this is how you do interior angles of a polygon. I hope you enjoyed this activity. And if you have any questions, feel free to call us at support@mathbuddyonline.com. Thank you.